placed. Teakwood is a great way to do it because teakwood is a sustainable wood. It's also a sturdy wood. Ships are made out of teakwood and outdoor furniture is made out of teakwood, but this is from the world of Mad Hungry. So Mad Hungry fell in love with Lucinda Scala Quinn on her television program. We fell in love with her cookbooks. We love her global sense of family around the table, and this cutting board is genius. Because it is teakwood, it is going to be durable, it looks beautiful, and each one is incredibly different, but do you see the reservoir all the way around that cutting board? Look right here in the front. Do you see how it's collecting all of the juice from the tenderloin as we give it a cut? So you are getting the cutting board itself, but you're also getting a silicone mat. So when you place that mat underneath the cutting board, it keeps it from scooting across the counter. All you have to do is choose what color silicone mat you'd like to have. Do you want the red? Do you want the black? Do you want the gray? Or do you want the aqua? That is our most limited choice, but it was $41.21 for the cutting board and the silicone mat. Today, first time ever, we have it at $22.97. It's a clearance price, so there's no reorder, but it's also on 3 easy payments of $7.66. This is durable and sustainable, and Lucinda Scala Quinn is joining us for our first In the Kitchen with David of 2022. Lucinda Scala Quinn, it is so good to see you. Happy New Year, sister.
Oh, Happy New Year, my birthday sister, and to our friend David, if he should be watching while on vacation.
Absolutely.
Mary, I don't know about you, but this is the time of year when I'm taking stock of what's going on in my home. I'm refreshing a bit. Some of the basics we take for granted, like, oh, I don't know, a fan maybe, a vacuum cleaner, a toothbrush. But being the cook that cooks every single day, the teak cutting board is a deal. Like, I'm just going to say right off the bat because I did it. Google teak cutting board and you'll see a price that's about 3 or 4 times as much as this.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's 13 by 18 inches, which means all of these things we think about, Mayor, we want it not too big, a lot cover your whole, counter space, and not too small so you can't really work with it. So you have a channel on the side that you showed right there, and that's so important because there are so many things that we make that let off liquid, like tenderloin, like a juicy fruit. But that's not all. You can flip this over.
That's right.
And you can use it on the other side. For example, and this is where, well, let's not forget that silicone mat. So I put this down. Look, I'm pushing. It's not going anywhere. But the silicone mat comes in handy for other things as well. Over here on one side of my board, I chopped, because we're getting ready to make some bolognese, and we're Italian, and it's Sunday, and I've cut this veg, but I'm just going to scoot it out here onto the silicone cutting mat, and then I can use that mat to lift and to pour right into the pan. So sometimes it's not so easy to get a bunch of vegetables like that in one action. So that's another thing. Now, another piece that I love about this is I use this sometimes when I'm just trying to open up a jar. So these are some pickles that we just got at the store, and sometimes it's super hard to open them, but you get that grip there with the silicone. So a lot of love for the silicone mat. Pick your color. I promise you'll use it a lot.
Well, and also, a great price, Lucinda. I mean, take a look. Just what Lucinda said, I would recommend buying 2. I mean, at this price, I would get one home and then just kind of store it and then use one. And then when I need to swap it out, I'm ready. Now, you get the board. 400 have already been ordered. You also get the silicone mat in the color of your choice. If you want the red, I have 1,500 remaining. If you want the black, 1,400 remaining. If you want the gray, 1,200 remaining. If you want the aqua, only 1,000 to go around. Now, it is a no reorder situation. We do have 3 easy payments of $7.66. I can think of 2 people right off the bat that I would like to gift this to because we're all prepping in the kitchen, right, Lucinda?
Oh, yeah. And actually, I was about to show you, we just cooked the steak before we came on the air. We put it right here, and you can see you pour off that liquid. You might want to be getting rid of the liquid, or you might want to be saving it for a nice sauce. But today we're shooting in my son Calder's kitchen. And I just realized, and I adore this as a real life example, this is his cutting board. And he got it when we first made our samples so I can really show customers what it looks like
Aw.
when you've used it. He's used this for about a year every day, and it just sits on this counter right next to his stove, and you can see it's a beautiful size. You can lift it, it's not too heavy, but it's also not too, slight, as it were.
Right.
And don't forget, you can use both sides. I flipped over this side because if I have nothing juicy, if I'm just chopping the vegetables the way I am here for our sauce, I can use this side. But if I want to turn it over or if I just want to keep it here, I can use this side. A word on teak, Mary. It is the most durable wood. It's also got silica in it, which makes it naturally waterproof. And that makes a lot of sense when you've got a cutting board, because my other son in California, he told me, "Oh, Mom, that board you gave me, I love the way it washes up. It almost shines up when I wash it and dry it." Unlike other woods that really absorb that liquid and make it kind of dry and almost fray a little bit, that doesn't happen with the teak cutting board. This is what ships have been made from forever.
That's exactly right.
Outdoor furniture. And there's a reason, right? Because what happens is that liquid stays away from going into the wood, and that's so important.
So important. And it means that we don't have a big mess on the countertop too. I mean, who wants to scrub that down later? Okay, we have 1,200 already picked up and in the kitchen with David today. The board itself is 18 by 13. There's no reorder. It was $41.21. We have it for $22.97 today. Clearance price is the way to go. You get to choose the red silicone mat. Only 1,200 remain, most popular there. We also have it in black. 1,100 remain. We've got the gray. 1,000 to go around there, and then we have the aqua. 800 to go around in the aqua. Please go to QVC.com and please use your mobile applications. It's the best way to place your order right now. For a cutting board that can be elegant and a workhorse at the same time, we're used to spending a whole lot more money. We're also used to, Lucinda, having to put down maybe a damp towel on the counter in order to get it to not skitter across the counter when we're working. So you've solved that problem for us too.
Well, that's a huge issue. I mean, normally what a lot of us do is we just get a wet paper towel and we put it under. So that was important to us for Mad Hungry. But like everything Mad Hungry, we wanted to do multiple things, which is why I like that you can use it to open up a jar. But here I am. I've got the channel side up because I'm going to make some fruit salad. So the minute you go into honeydew melon or something like this, look, the juice just automatically comes out.
Everywhere.
And I want to everywhere, and it just goes everywhere. And I want to be able to cut this whole thing without worrying about that. And then in the end, because I like to make a little sauce for my fruit salad too, I can pour off that liquid.
Ooh.
And then I have, and then I've got, I'm not wasting anything. I'm not making a mess. And because the teakwood has such beautiful tone to it, every single one is different.
Oh, Lucinda, thank you so much for bringing it to us. And that price just came down today. 2,200 have been picked up. It was so good to see you. Happy New Year to you and the whole family. I'll chat with you soon, okay?
Thank you, Mary, and
Thank
to everyone
you.
at QVC.